What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I did want to talk about something after playing the beta for a bit here on Test Drive that, well, everybody is most likely thinking about. And to be honest, I also feel like this is probably going to be a key nowadays for a game to truly succeed. What is that, do you ask? It is going to be the easiest thing ever. And on top of that, though, it's also going to be incredibly simple. That is communication. The reason why I did want to talk about this is I do feel like every game needs more of this, and I feel like that's one of the biggest things games are missing. One of the reasons for this, guys, and one game I always think about now is going to be Motorfest. Why is that, do you ask? Well, let's take a look at this for a second. I actually did make a video about this a long time ago talking about how the communication on that game is just not all that great. For one, guys, the game has been out coming up to 1 year almost in around a week, which is also going to be absolutely insane. There is going to be loads of issues going on in the game, playlist challenges and stuff don't work, and even then they have not said a single thing about it. They haven't said anything on X, Instagram, they haven't made a post about it on like their website. Nothing. So everyone's like, do y'all know this entire thing is broken? I still can't join my friend in a crew, stuff like that. Not a thing, guys, has been said whatsoever. I really do feel like for a game to really truly succeed with the entire player base, or like, the fan base, is to at least let everybody know that yes, we are acknowledging the issues, we are working on them, and we will get back to all of you as soon as we can with some type of update. I do know the recent update on Unbound wasn't all that great, like there's a lot of things going around with it, but I have to give credit to that small dev team actually talking to people on what's going on, letting them know their thoughts and stuff like what do you guys think about this drag race, or what do you think about this playlist, and even something that happened back on Volume 7 to where if you did want to play a certain playlist in the menu, every time you actually clicked on it, it put you in a different one. I said something about this on X, other people said it. We actually had some type of communication not too long after that that goes, okay, we're looking into this issue, guys. It was also talking about in the like patch notes and all that. So yes, they are actually listening. And the funny part is, though, there's another game that was doing something similar to what they were doing with Unbound. That is SnowRunner. Those developers were actually giving like a weekly update at times and also a monthly update, what they're working on, what they're looking into, some of the things you can expect that are going to be coming out. Like, how difficult is that, man? That's also going to make the fan base go, okay, so they are listening to us, and that means we can actually go in if we find a type of bug or like a glitch somewhere, that means they're most likely going to be like, okay, we're going to look into it, instead of, yo, guys, I can't even join this race, my friend can't join on me, every time I buy this car, the game glitches out, I get an internal fault, and you absolutely get nothing but crickets. And that is most likely not going to take rocket science to realize that that would be so dang bad for the game and even catastrophic in certain areas. Like if players are struggling, guys, and they're saying their concerns and also voicing them, but nothing from the developers is not going to look good. I legitimately always think about Motorfest here, and the reason for this is if you actually look at X and Instagram and stuff like that, yes, they are posting about it, but what are they posting about? It is going to be the summits and new cars coming out or new elite bundles, but nothing about the issues actually going on in the game. There has legitimately been no communication on that stuff whatsoever, and it's kind of insane because like they have to be aware of it. Multiple YouTubers have talked about it. It's all over the Discords. It's basically everywhere. It's in the comment sections. Like, yo, bro, I can't join my friend. It's still giving me issues. I can't do like 7 or 8, 9 of these playlist challenges to get this done. Why is this stuff not being fixed yet? And it's going to be nothing but crickets, man. Like, that is not good to do something like that. And one of the reasons why I was thinking about this, though, is probably going to stem back to the fact that we haven't really seen that much stuff being talked about in the recent weeks. I mean, I do know the VIP beta was out, guys. We did not see much then, and we're also not seeing all that much now. So I can understand how players might be like, what's going on, guys? Like, can we get some communication here? I feel like that really is going to be the key. Now, I do think this can actually change a bit when the game does actually get closer, because it comes out next week. So when it does actually get closer to that initial early access launch date, I do feel like they're actually going to start coming out talking about stuff, communicating about some of the early bugs and stuff like that. At least I'm being hopeful and also optimistic on it. We all do know they're probably like in a crunch time right now to like get things done, get really ready for that actual initial launch. But at the same time, though, talking to that fan base, whether it's on X or Instagram or letting people know in like a small YouTube video, that is actually going to build the entire player base and fan base even more because they're actually like, yo, we're listening to you guys, we hear your feedback, and we're also going to be taking more feedback and boom, that's going to make everyone go, bro, this is dope. We can actually have things implemented in time if we actually like come together and talk about it, or like this main issue needs to be fixed now. Boom, that's then going to be fixed in the next update, instead of skipping multiple updates. In that one issue you do see in it, which is something we actually see in Motorfest, hasn't even been fixed yet, even though multiple updates have come out, and you're like, bro, what is going on? It really is going to hurt the entire fan base because they're not actually listening to them, which is going to be the main heart of that entire game even at that point. Now, I did end up making a video around 2 or so weeks ago talking about one thing Solar Crown actually has that other games don't. That is actually going to be the communication with the developers and the players. The thing is though, I actually still go by this because I think it is still there. We all do know like the VIP beta and stuff in the current closed beta. Yes, it has been pretty dang quiet, like we don't know a whole lot of stuff, but at the same time, guys, I feel like that's going to be for a good reason. Like, I do think they're probably in a big crunch time. They want to get this ready as it can possibly be when it does actually come out. So I'm going to guess right now and say when we actually get closer to the initial release next week, we are probably going to be seeing more stuff from them, and then we're probably going to be seeing more posts every single day when the game is out. At least that's something I am thinking about with it, because this game definitely needs it. It is kind of hilarious because they can go on to X and see, you know, where players are like, yo, we need this, we need that, like players are asking for stuff. Even right now when like that one video with the Bugatti came out, which by the way, I love that video, that car sounded absolutely insane. You can actually see things, people going, yo, the sense of speed is dope. We're also seeing something like, I like the handling, the car sounds great. They definitely have to see that. So if you're going, you know what, man, like this is bugging out, like why is the car turning like that, or you know, there's something weird going on here in this part, I feel like they would actually see that, acknowledge it, and then most likely make some type of post or even a blog post, or have something even pop up on their actual website showing that they are aware of that said issue. And I do feel like at this point though, that's probably something everybody does want. Like, imagine guys being able to talk to the devs, let them know of what's actually going on, and then not too long after that you actually see something like, yes, we are aware of it and we're going to take a look at this. We'll let you guys know when we actually have an update on it. And not only that though, you can also give ideas or like some tweaks you would like to see in it, and they would actually consider it and they might end up doing it. That is probably going to be a huge positive in any community out there. And I also do believe though, if they can follow this route and have great communication with the developers, it's not only going to make Test Drive even better, but it might actually rub off on other games that definitely need it. But I also do believe though, that's probably going to be the key to it. That way, if other companies are like, yo, look how great this communication is, maybe we should try that with our fan base. That way our game's actually going to be a bit more popular, and people aren't going to leave it because they think we don't actually care. Probably sounds a bit familiar with so many games nowadays. Do let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below.